Hi guys, and welcome to a new video today with the topic of signs. Are you seeing 1111 everywhere? Are you seeing 222, 555, 444, 12, 21, 13, 31, things like that? It can be mirrored numbers, it can be normal numbers, twin numbers, or maybe you're seeing license plates with different kind of numbers. Maybe you're seeing his initials or her name everywhere. Maybe you are seeing her birthday date on a license plate passing by, or a plane is drawing some weird circle in the air and it looks exactly like your twin flame's first letter of her name or his name. Well, if any of that is happening to you, you might, you might be asking yourself if you are still in your right mind, if you are sane, if you are making this up somehow. Maybe you have started researching, or you're a little psychologist, a little counselor by house, and so you know, oh, this is selective perception. You know, if I focus on something, now that I think, oh, I'm seeing 1111 everywhere, now I do see it everywhere because I'm selectively picking it out of that whole that myriad of information that I'm surrounded by every day. So I'm picking it out, and it's actually it doesn't mean really anything. It doesn't mean anything. I'm just trying to make sense of this. I'm just trying to talk myself into this meaning something. So this is the struggles you might be going through. And I remember when I went through that phase, where you do feel like something's off here, like something is spooky. It's not just, oh, wow, another number. It can feel like you're basically being observed from somewhere. Like whenever that happened to me, it felt to me like, what's the word? The Truman Show. You know, when he finally realizes, oh, actually there's a carport ceiling and they've been like watching me and like playing me and guiding me and programming me all along. So this is the moment, like this is the impression you can get, right? Is like, who is like, what the, who is making this happen? This is insane. Like when I leave the house at 7:30 in the morning, I cross the road. Exactly then, one of the 3 million like vehicles in this city drives by with the license plate with her initials on it. This is insane. So it can feel like you're basic, like you're literally being observed, and then as if someone like sent out these signs to like catch up with you, and for you to be bitten by them literally and go, what is this? You know, it just bit me my leg. Oh my gosh, what is this? Well, how did it find me? So I can totally relate if you're going through any of these stages. And I'm grateful to my clients who remind me of these stages by sharing with me, you know, how they feel, what they're going through, what they've experienced. Because yeah, as any teacher, right? I consider myself a twin flame teacher. You sort of get used to these things. You get used to them, and you have the topic like many times, many years, and it becomes normal to you. It becomes your new normal, and you forget how it was back then when it first happened to you, when it was new to you too. So I can totally relate if you feel what the, you know, what is going on. And it's safe to like struggle with that and to question yourself. It's safe to do that. So I think it's even normal and human that you would think something is weird here, right? So let's dive into the meaning of these signs. Let's dive into what it actually is trying to tell you, or what you can take from it, or what it is, yeah, what's its purpose is also. So yeah, you grew up probably thinking that this world is made of tables, streets, jobs, wives, horses, dogs, things you can touch, things you can, you know, grasp with your mind. You're like, okay, that's a wife, that's a woman, I can touch her, okay. Okay, that's a sofa. Okay. My mom pressures me to, go to school and to graduate. So it must be that that's important. So getting a diploma, okay, is important. A thing you can touch, that you can then get a job where you can get other things you can touch, other material things that you can touch, that you can relate to, that you possess, that maybe you can sell if needed. So you think that's the world is made of that, like you're convinced. And I'm not saying you, right? I'm saying you in general. Like one grows up being taught that this world is about that, like the material 3D world is all there is, basically. Maybe you were lucky enough to grow up with some spirituality or some sort of religion where there was the concept of God brought in early on. Maybe that happened to you, but still, like, the focus, society's focus is on material stuff, material things and things you can achieve. And so, yeah, you grew up with that. Now, what happens as you live your life and all of a sudden you're hit by these signs out of nowhere? And these signs can happen, or they can find you if you have already met your twin flame, or if you haven't met them yet. It's not linked to that. It often is linked to you meeting your twin flame or having met them, but they're like, signs are a sign of awakening. And you can awaken without meeting your twin flame. There's a million ways and paths how you can realize that. Actually, the definition of an awakening is realizing that there's more to it than they taught us, basically. There's more to this world than a table and a chair and career and a job. There's more to it. And there's different realms and different dimensions to it that you can grasp, but not with your hands, but with your intuition, with your heart, with your sixth sense or seventh sense, however many senses there are probably more than the ones we count. So you can grasp these things too, but it's just different. It's not material. So as you're not taught that this other world exists too, then that's why you're so perplexed when you see these signs, because you can't make sense of it. It doesn't seem to add up with the knowing you already have of the world. So it's as if a different form of communication is coming through from a different realm. Someone or something is trying to get your attention, and it's also like waking you up by doing that. Like, it's literally an awakening, right? It's literally an alarm bell going off when you're sleeping, and it goes beep, 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 beep. You're like, what the hell, what is this? It's getting on my nerves. And you shut it off. You can't shut the signs off because they are here to get your attention. And yeah, they have you Google, they have you research, they have you wonder what is going on. And as I said, it can be, or is highly likely, that it is linked to your twin flame journey. So the setting I just described, that is sort of the context in which the twin flame journey or the twin flame experience inserts itself, like your own personal twin flame story and journey inserts itself into this context of you're taught one thing, but that's not all of the truth. It's not all of it, what they told you. It's only 10% of it. There's much more, and you didn't know that, but now you're getting in touch with it thanks to you also meeting your twin flame. Because lots of times the meeting with your twin flame or with your twin flame, recognizing them, having a relationship with them, having the honeymoon phase with them, whatever it is, like you engaging with them, there's normally an before and an after. Like there's normally a before I knew my twin flame and an after. And this encounter with her or him that goes along with, as I said, signs, incredible experiences, incredible synchronicities, incredible feelings, out of your body experiences. What is that called? You know what I mean? Just spirituality is coming through, like it's hitting you like a ton of bricks. You can't escape it. So you're transitioning from that one-dimensional not one-dimensional reality, but that one-dimensional sort of reality, like the world you thought how it was, like the your old conception of the world. You're transitioning into a more complex and multi-layered and faceted world that isn't separate of the spiritual realm. So you're transitioning into that. And now signs are confirming that, and are getting your attention and saying, yes, there is more. And those signs normally are very, very personal. They're very unique to you and your own story. So, but the moment you see a sign, you know it in your heart. And often then your head and your ego comes in and goes, oh, you're just making this up, or this can't be real, or you're just daydreaming, or just wishful thinking, or any of that. So that is usually ego coming in. But the moment you see or feel the sign, his initials, her name, birthday numbers, whatever it is, you know, wow, that's a sign. And the signs are here to keep you on track, to keep you on the path. Like that story there is with these two little, I don't know the name in English, I knew it in German, but they left each other little hints on the road, you know, saying, hey, this is the path. First they dropped breadcrumbs, and the breadcrumbs got eaten by the birds. So they were like, not such a good idea. Let's use white rocks, stones. So they weren't eaten, and then they could see where the other one was going and follow that path. And signs are the same thing. It's a path. It's guiding you. It's showing you the path. And it's encouraging you, you know, to trust yourself, to believe in yourself, to believe in your twin flame story, to believe in the experiences you have, and ultimately to realize that there's a connection to, there's a divine, there's more than you thought, there's a creator, there is something more than you thought. And ultimately there's love that reigns the world, if we didn't prevent it from reigning the world as humans. So that's the awakening that's happening. So you can Google, what does it mean, 222, 111? You know, there's a general meaning to these numbers and signs, but that's not so important. It's more important that it gets your attention. And if you resonate with the description of what 555 means, then that's great, you know, but usually the signs are so personal that when you see, for example, a certain number and it's your twin's birthday, you know exactly that's a sign for us as a union. That's a sign for us that we can unite, that we should unite, that our natural state is actually to be united, because twin flames weren't created to be apart. They're only apart because they have things to heal. They were created to be together. And that is a sign for that, to encourage you. So it's not so much about the general meaning, but the personalized meaning for you from the spiritual realm. So that is what I have to say to signs. Thanks so much for tuning in. Leave me comments with your experiences that you had with signs. I'd love to know. And thanks for your attention. I see you in the next video. Much love to you all, and all the best to all of you. Bye, guys.